Tony Hoover Syndrome, let's get hyped! Having one of the show. So last week we had some allies and we were talking about their most anticipated upcoming games of 2022. We're just getting started. It's January. We are out of the studio for this episode though, so I thought it'd be a good time for me to go over my most anticipated games of 2022 before next week we catch up with the rest of the allies. So let's dive right in. First on the list, no surprise here, right around the corner, the most anticipated game of all time, not of all time, but up there, it's Elden Ring.
And so, we inhabit a fractured world, awaiting the arrival of the Elden Lord.
Sometimes it feels like the studio can do no wrong. I mean, after 3 Dark Souls games, a Bloodborne, and a Sekiro, there's no reason to believe that Elden Ring will be anything less than one of the best games of the year. And it's just super exciting that it's going open world this time. From Software going open world. I'm just excited to see how that all plays out. I think it's going to be the most accessible game they've ever made. I think that more people are going to finish Elden Ring than any other From Software game in the past, or any other Soulsborne game, I should say. And I'm just so excited to play this. Media blackout for sure. I don't want to see any trailers. All this footage playing right now, like, don't even look at this. Shut your eyes. Next on the list, it has been far too long since I have played a Rocksteady game. And this year, hopefully will be different. This and my next game might get delayed. You never know. So I'm hoping. It is tentatively 2022, so it counts, and I'm putting it on the list. Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League.
You're perfect.
The Batman Arkham Trilogy, hands and Arkham Origins. I'm not disrespecting it. The Batman Arkham Quadrilogy, I should say, are some of my favorite games of all time, no question. And it has been a long time coming for Rocksteady's latest. The only thing really on the table with this is, will multiplayer work? Will it be awesome? Will it be better to play Suicide Squad solo and bounce around as each character? Or will it feel like the definitive way to play with buddies at your side? I don't know. Open world Metropolis though, finally. They did Gotham for so many times. We're gonna get to see Metropolis here. We're gonna get to Kill the Justice League. Like, are they gonna walk it back? You know, are we actually going to get to murder Superman? Place your bets. Place your wagers. Yes or no? I'm saying yes. What are the stakes? We will find out later.
Oh, yeah.
Next game on the list. There's a lot of all times already on this episode, so let's keep it going. The sequel to maybe the greatest video game of all time. God of War Ragnarok.
I should be out there, finding out who I am, who Loki is.
I will not allow you to pick a fight with gods.
Hype personified. God of War. You do not get better than this. God of War 2018, one of my favorites, one of the greatest there is. A true showpiece, a true spectacle. Where do you even go from here? They already did the whole game in one take. I don't know, you know, I'm thinking back to the original God of War 1 to God of War 2, and that was such a leap. It was just such a big step up. Can Ragnarok do what God of War 2 did to 1? All we can do is wait and see, but my money says yes. We're placing bets on this episode. I say yes. And lastly, just a show. There's so many movies and shows coming out this year, from Batman to Doctor Strange and Thor. But one show in particular has me the most curious, the most excited, the most I need to see it type of feeling, and that's Secret Invasion. I've been super critical about the MCU shows, as many of you know, because they don't know how to end. That's a whole nother conversation for another time. But Secret Invasion out of all of these has me the most excited. It's because it's got Nick Fury, one of the best in the MCU, and has me the most curious to know what he's been up to. The last time we saw him, he was chilling up in outer space. I want to know what he's been up to. And anytime, let's be real here, anytime Fury is in the conversation, you know who's not far from that conversation? Coulson. Where's Coulson? So those are just a few of my most anticipated of 2022. We are just getting started. A lot of these games could get delayed, you never know. Fingers crossed they don't. We got a lot of months ahead of us in this year. Still a lot of games that aren't even slated for the year. What's up with Breath of the Wild 2? Who knows? Didn't put it on the list because it feels like it's not even a real thing until it is, though. Until the day you wake up and the Breath of the Wild 2 trailer is just there. It just exists. But we're Easy Allies. Next week we'll be back with the rest of the allies getting their takes on what they're hyped for. And in the meantime, catch up on your backlogs. Get ready for Horizon and Elden Ring and a stacked February and March. It's already shaping up to be out of control. And we'll see you next week.